Hey guys, welcome to Abbie's Auras, or welcome back if you've been here before. Please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon to make sure you do not miss any of my upcoming videos. I have so much coming out at the minute. I've got loads going on behind the scenes and I'm super excited to share with you all. Okay, so today's video is all about shadow work. I've been doing a lot of shadow work at the minute, trying to progress with my healing and really dig deep, because I feel like when we start healing and we get to that point where we feel a lot better, we forget that there's always more to heal. And I think I removed a big blockage out of my energy a long time ago now, and I kind of didn't stick to the healing work. I was always doing like little healings on myself and progressing and things like that, but it wasn't really digging deep healing, it was just surface. So I've really concentrated on that at the minute because I've noticed more things coming up, and since I've released one thing, now more things are coming up, and I'm just trying to find a happy balance. I'm not one of them people that gets stuck just into shadow work, because I feel like it can kind of be sometimes a downward spiral when some people can get stuck in that negativity, because essentially you're basically remembering things from your past trauma and releasing them. But we want to enjoy the now. We want to benefit from this healing, not just be stuck in that world of your past and kind of manifest more things like that, because we're so stuck in that world and trying to heal it. We need to make sure you're coming back to the now and you're appreciating the now, really being thankful and experience life now rather than being stuck in that past. So just keep an eye out for that. But that's what today's video is about, and I will get stuck right into it. It might be a bit of a long one, but it's really important to do shadow work. And yeah, so basically I'll just tell you a little bit in case you don't know what shadow work is. But basically, when we experience a negative thing, or everything we experience stores in our body as a piece of energy, so whether it's negative or positive. So say if something happened to you, say if you was in an argument or a fight, and that really made you think differently, maybe you're now scared of people shouting, or you're scared of being in that situation again, that's called that's a trauma. So that will then be stored in your body until you dig deep and you release it. So that trauma will then carry on into your future all the time, and it'll come up, it'll manifest into different things in your future. And it'll start, because you've lived like that for so long, it'll feel normal, and you'll have a lot of limited beliefs around it. People always want to argue with me, or I always seem to get into arguments and I've never done anything wrong. I don't understand why these people are negative towards me. It can cause loads of things like that. That's just something I've made up off the top of my head, but really it does affect us. And if we release these traumas and these limited beliefs, then we can then be more of our true self. It'll call us I've lost my words, but basically we'll be more connected to our truer self. We'll feel more like ourselves, and we'll feel more authentic in ourselves, really. So what we're doing when we're doing shadow work, as an energy healer and a Reiki master, I personally do this on other people a lot, but you could do it on yourself. You don't have to do it like that. There's a few different ways we can do shadow work, whether it's remembering a moment, a memory, and just allowing yourself to sit through that memory and experience it without reacting. So not wanting to ring that person up and be like, oh my god, you did this to me once, just kind of experience it through someone else's eyes, kind of like pretend it's nothing to do with you and kind of just watch it play, and then, you know, just allow yourself to feel the emotions that come up. If you need to cry, then cry, because that's releasing. If you want to laugh, then laugh. Like, do whatever comes up, but just sit with the emotion and allow the story to play out. And then at the end, you can just be like, you're observing everything. So at the end, after you've done all that, you can just allow it to leave and just thank it, thank the memory, just say, you know, thank you for learning me whatever it's learnt you. Like, it depends what memory it is, so it's hard to explain, but basically every time we go through an experience, it teaches us lessons, it teaches us how to be like stronger and things like that. But don't get that confused with limited beliefs. So basically, my trauma that I've gone through, I've got really itchy nose. My trauma that I went through, it like helped me be stronger, and it helped me learn to do things by myself. So I've looked after myself for so long now. I don't remember other people looking after me really, so that's helped me be an independent person, and I think be a better mum for my son and now my daughter, because I know what I want and I know what I don't want to be treated like. So I then imply that in a positive way, rather than feeling the other side of it. Like, I used to feel that like they say, unworthy, but I didn't know what that feeling was. I didn't know I could just say, this is what I'm feeling, because I didn't understand what feeling unworthy was. But now I understand. I can say, yes, I did feel unworthy, I felt neglected, I felt pushed out and not wanted really. But that's not the case. I am wanted, I'm worthy of everything possible, like all positive things, and I'm so loved by so many people. That's just because I went through a negative situation and my child mind came out thinking that. And then going on in my life, things kept showing up in my life and was making me feel like that again, but really it's because I didn't release that trauma. So now I've been able to release it. I feel much more positive. I don't feel codependent, like I have to have someone validate my own worth, when really I can validate it myself. Just being alive is validating my own worth. Like, no one has to say, oh my god, you're so amazing at that, or I love this video, and you know, I know this video is going to be amazing because I've made it from my heart and I've made it from experience, and I'm trying to teach people. So I don't need people to comment for me to feel good about it. I just enjoy sharing the message and I just enjoy helping people. So the right people will see it, I know that. And comments are lovely. I love the comments and I love the people that comment so I can help them, but I don't need that to feel happy and to feel validated. So it just shows how much, you know, shadow work really helps. So if you think about an outline of a body now, think about it like a grey body, an outline of a grey body, and then there's black parts and then there's white parts. So if you think about it, all the white parts are love, positivity, like positive thinking, everything to do with that, and the divine energy. So the divine energy is what we use in healing. So that is all of the positive side. But then you've also got these black splodges everywhere, and that's actually negative trauma that's not been released yet. So that's why we call it shadow work. And essentially what we're doing, if you shine a white light on the shadow, if you shine a white light on a shadow, the shadow will go and it'll just be light. So that's why we call, you know, like people light workers, things like that. It's just essentially all it is healing. So when you're shining light upon a negative situation, you're able to release it. You're able to understand that that was a different time, that was my old beliefs, and I no longer believe that anymore. And it's okay for me to believe that, because I didn't know any different. But now I'm just grateful for understanding more about it, and for understanding that I am the best possible person I could be. I'm just striving to be happier and things like that. Just really fill yourself with love and appreciate what you've been through, because it's got it's gotten you to where you are now. So appreciate it, but it no longer serves you, it no longer resonates with you. That was the old you, this is the new you. You're watching this video, so you must be into spiritual things like healing, manifestation, like things like that. So you're you now, and that was a different you. But don't kind of feel like, oh, is it like, I can't believe I thought that for so long, I'm so mad. Don't put yourself down for it, because honestly you didn't know any different then, and you should just give love to that younger you and tell them everything is okay, because it definitely is. So releasing old trauma, getting closer to your higher self and feeling more of your authentic self. It can be quite scary at times, I would say, shadow work, because purely reliving their memories is quite a brave thing to do. If I see it as a brave thing to do, because personally, going back into the negative parts of my life which caused me so much harm, not just physically but mentally horrendous. Like, it gave me depression and anxiety and feeling really isolated. It manifested into a physical illness, so I had seizures for a long time. It can also manifest into addictions, and people can turn to alcohol to suppress their feelings, because they're coming up to the surface and they don't know how to deal with it. So they can turn to alcohol, they can turn to drugs, they can turn to just being negative towards people, because it's their block and that's how they're protecting themselves. So it makes you see people in a different light. You kind of understand the way people are for, you understand it more than I did. Well, I understand it more than I did before. If someone's being negative towards me, I don't really see them and just be like, oh, they're not being very nice. I just see, like, maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe they're trying to protect themselves. So I would just send them love and light and hope that they're okay. So it makes you see things in a different way and appreciate things more, because I'm so much more appreciative to what I've got now. I have a beautiful house. It might not be the best house ever, but I think it's beautiful. I love my house because it's better than living in a hostel that I used to live in. I have food and water. I'm grateful for the space and my own privacy. I'm grateful for my safety here. So I appreciate everything I have now, and I'm looking forward to more coming in the future. So that's a little bit about shadow work. I don't know if you want to hear more about this subject or not, but I'm interested in it. Obviously, being a healer myself, I love healing, and I love how much it can change a person into such more positive outlook on life. So sometimes you can look at them people and be like, you're just naturally happy. Like, I don't know how you do that. That's just not me. That's what I used to think. I used to be like, how can you be so happy all the time? Like, it's just not normal. And I used to, like, if they were going through something and they were still okay, I'd be like, well, they're obviously not okay. They're just lying and saying that they're okay. But really, I'm like that way now. I've been through a lot, but I'm okay. Like, I'm so grateful for everything I have. How can I possibly not be okay? It's just not normal for me to feel like that anymore, because this is the new version of me. Like, something will happen. I'm grateful for that to happen, because it's learning me new lessons in life, and maybe removing some things that the universe doesn't think that I need in my life. And I'm grateful for the universe to guide me through my life, because it's always better. But it isn't, you can change. I used to be the negative person that used to think like that, but now I'm that also flip side. I'm now that positive person that's always cheery, and obviously I have my down days, I won't lie, but I'm the more cheerful one, and I'm always looking at things now in a positive way rather than the negative side. and my life now reflects that, because a lot more better things are happening to me and for me. So just before we go, I just want to say that thank you if you've ever done shadow work or healing, or if you're a healer, even if you've only ever done it once. I just want to give you a big thank you, because as a collective, we are all, if we do shadow work or healing or bringing in the divine light, basically you're helping everyone else too, because as a collective we all vibrate off each other, and basically the more you do healing work, the more divine light you're bringing down. So you're essentially bringing more divine you're bringing more divine light down to the universe, and that helps us all out. So thank you for doing that if you're one of them. If you're not, don't be scared of shadow work, because I see a lot of people say how dangerous it is, and you know, you get too stuck in the old patterns and you can manifest them all. But honestly, if you do it the right way, so if you're still appreciating everything you have now, and you're not just basically thinking about the past and then being down on the past and staying there and kind of going on that vibration for days. So do your healing work. I did it the other day in the morning. I did it, I released it, and then I put some happy music on, and I felt like I'm going to be in the more grateful mood. I'm going to feel like, thank you so much for like bringing this up, this memory, even though it didn't make me feel good at the time. I was just so grateful that it had come up into my life again as a memory, so I could actually release it. So try and remember to be positive afterwards, rather than sitting there and thinking about how bad that time was, because that's not going to release it. You're just going to keep thinking about it and then manifest it more. So I understand where people are coming from, but I don't really want to scare people away from doing it, because it's so healthy to release all these traumas. You expand your knowledge, and like everything just gets better. It feels like you want to learn more about positive things, and you want to genuinely be more happy and positive, and you want better things in life. So don't be scared of it. Try it, give it a go, because it's definitely worth it. Also, I just want to let you guys know that I'm actually currently writing an ebook collection. So they are mini courses all about how to love yourself, how to feel more confident, how to manifest easily. I've got so many coming up, and I'm super excited about them. I'm actually only going to be selling them for £1 each, because I'm trying to spread the love and spread the healing. I really want people to come on this journey with me and kind of release all these old negative beliefs. We don't want them anymore. Our life is now happy, and it's now moving in a positive way, and I want everyone to benefit from it. So I will be releasing them very soon. I just want everyone to have the chance to be able to heal and love themselves, like have the best life like I do right now, because I'm really grateful for my life, and I want everyone else to be able to feel the same way as me. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go and do another video, because I've got loads to do today. I'm super excited. I've been taking a little time off videoing because I've been doing these ebooks, but really excited about it, and can't wait for you guys to give me some feedback, see which ones you want more, because I can do as many as you want. So see you in the next video.